welcome back to the Laker family. I'm going to dive into this Lakers loss to the Kings just now. It's not nothing too significant that you can take away from this game. There were still more negatives than positives, but still, obviously, you can't really judge this game till its fullest capacity. So, you all know we sat Anthony Davis and a couple of other key starters like Kyle Kuzma, and LeBron only played the first half, so that lets you know the meaning of this game. It really didn't mean anything at all. Now I still don't want to make that as an excuse for the effort that the remaining Lakers put out there on the floor tonight, because that was just atrocious. You had guys they're out there to prove themselves to Frank Vogel, especially going into the playoffs where guys' minutes are going to get shrunk down. The rotation of the bench is going to get shrunk down. And you don't want to be that guy that's left out and in the cold and can't even get in the game in the playoffs. And that's because you didn't take these opportunities that you were given to go out there and play hard and just fight tooth and nail, show the coaching staff that you deserve to be on the floor. So a lot of guys really hurt themselves tonight, especially on the defensive end. I felt like our rookie Tucker, the guy that I've been buying for to get more minutes out there on the floor, he produced. He looked good. He looked good out there. I would like to see him bring his assist total up a little bit more. But other than that, the guy looks very youthful. He looks very athletic, energetic, and something that like a spark that we could possibly use either in the playoffs or the seasons moving forward. So real good game from Tucker. I like what I saw in 34 minutes. I think he ended up with like maybe 14 or 16 points, something like that. But either way, pretty good. Morris, another good game from him. He's put together a string of 2 or 3 good games, and that's a pleasant sighting on the offensive end. So he ended up with like maybe 14 to 16 points himself this game, and he shot well from 3. He shot 4 or 5 from the 3-point range. So that is another great plus that can be added to this team as far as 3-point shooting depth goes going forward if he continues to play like that. We shot good overall from 3-point range, like 42%. So that's the last couple of games we've been picking that up, that aspect of the game. But I'm very happy to see that. But we also had a good sighting from J.R. Smith finally. But like I said, you can't really take too much from this game because you're playing against the Kings, who's eliminated. They don't even have anything to play for of significance. So that they didn't even have De'Aaron Fox out there, so they're not going to be. You can't judge guys completely against that team. And that's where I'm sad about the defensive part because of what I just said. The Kings really didn't have. They had nobodies out there, and for us to give up, I think it was our highest opponent total of the season, 136 points. That's very, very sad and unacceptable. I don't care who was on the floor. My son or whoever could have been on the floor, and that's still that you should not give up that many points to the Sacramento Kings. That point blank, that team, that wasn't even their best roster. So there's a lot to be desired on the defensive end right now, and I'm not one of those ones that is going to go completely ballistic on the Lakers as far as defense, because the last 2 games has been porous on that floor. But the majority of the bubble, we were like one of the best defensive teams in the bubble. So the only thing that we were kind of still struggling with was guarding the 3-point line. But other than that, we were still pretty good defensively. So I don't want to put too much stock into these last 2 bad games defensively, but it's still a cause for pause. So we have to shore up that, and especially with our regular rotation guys, get them in there this weekend. Work on some more defensive assignments, whatever y'all got to do, because we cannot go into the playoffs with that type of defensive effort. Now we are kind of at a disadvantage as far as knowing who our opponents will be. We have the Suns still alive, the Grizzlies, and the Blazers. Obviously, we do not want the Blazers, only because Damian Lillard has been playing at a MVP level. He's been playing sensational basketball, and we really don't want to have to deal with that. Now, I'm not scared of any one of those teams. I know we're going to beat them, but you don't want to be in a long, drag-out, knockdown fight with the Portland Trail Blazers in a long series, that can possibly go 6 or 7 games in the first round. You don't want that. So, especially without the services of Avery Bradley. You don't even have Avery Bradley to try to go out there and slow him down to a certain degree. I heard one of the analysts was like, LeBron needs to get on the phone, especially if we end up playing the Blazers, and just basically beg Avery Bradley to come on back to the bubble some way, how, shape, or form. I know that's not fair to Avery Bradley, to expect him to, leave his son or whatever and come back to the bubble on such short notice without getting his legs up underneath him. Even then he still could end up getting torched by Damian Lillard because he didn't get his legs underneath him. So it's just I would prefer. I don't mind the test that we will have against the Blazers. I just don't want us going into no long series first round. Devin Booker, he's been going off as well. I don't really think we have anybody on this team defensively capable of slowing him down on the perimeter. But you can still kind of shut everybody else out. Let Booker eat. If you use your defensive schemes right, you can kind of shut everybody else out. Blazers, I feel, has a few more weapons on their team to help Damian Lillard out, so you can't just really focus solely on Damian Lillard. So that one would be a beast of a first round. And obviously, Memphis would be the easiest one if they somehow find a way to luck into that 8th seed. So that's something to look forward to. It's unfortunate we won't know until later this weekend who we'll be facing, but we need to be prepared and focused for any one of those teams coming out of there. So I think that's all I have for today, guys. I wanted to make this video real quick because, again, like I said, it wasn't nothing too significant that you can really judge fairly from this game. But there you have it. So I will be back after the first game of the playoffs, whoever we play, and bring y'all a great Laker content video. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.